Hey, everybody. Listen, hopefully people will start trickling in. I set my stupid time to AM and not, or to PM and not AM. So that's why the very short notice on the freaking stream, I put in a PM instead of an AM. Anyways, there is supposed to be a press conference here soon at noon, 1 o'clock Eastern. So I was going to get on here and say a few things anyways. So I'm going to try to wait and see if some more people can come in and join. And in the meantime, I'm going to be checking in for this press conference because it is supposed to be at noon, which would be, 1 o'clock Eastern. My time is Central. So hopefully we will be able to catch this. And I do apologize for the short notice. I had my AM, PM. Y'all know me. I'm over here winging it. That is the signature move for the channel. Winging it 101. Y'all already know. I hope everybody is doing okay today on this Thursday. Wonderful news about the second Amber Alert we had in Tennessee. She was found, which a lot of times, at least from what I've seen covering these type of cases, is that once that non-custodial parent, once that Amber Alert goes out, normally within 48 hours they are returned. And I don't know why that is. I think they just get in the heat of the moment, and then, but yeah. So she was found. Praise God. Omega might have been her name, or was that her last name? I'm not sure. But she was from Smyrna, Tennessee. She has been found. I'm trying to right now just see if I can get any updates on this press conference, which should be starting in, it says noon, so hopefully soon. I don't even see where people are set up. What's up, 55? Good day, Daisy. Justice. Hello. So just trying to get in here a little bit early to catch this press conference. If y'all see any buzz about a press conference, let me know and send me the link. I've been looking. And I was going to come on anyways and say a few things. It's so funny. For me, it's God, the universe, whatever. It's so funny to me how things happen. And I had a whole bunch of stuff to say, but somebody sent me a message. I was going to say a lot about not being judgmental. And then somebody sends me a video of the mother high as a kite. Like she's doing this. Like if your eyes are rolling in broad daylight, you're on the heavy shit. But I still do want to touch on some other things in that genre, and we're not bashing the family. Period. So, Browns, hello. Let's see, who else did I see? Waiting. So, Shar, it hasn't started. Well, the minute anybody, where are they streaming? I don't even know where they're streaming it from. I just saw where TBI said that they were having it. And I think they're just kind of, she was on higher international space. It really was ugly. It's sad. I mean, it's just sad. It's just sad. You sent me a link. Perfect. That's why you are one of my favorites. Okay. Here we go. Thank you, Shar. Thank you so much, honey. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and here it is. All right. So, yeah, we're going to, of course, we got to load the ad. Well, that's doing. I'm going to go ahead and connect the stream.
Great weather conditions for anything you're doing outdoors later today. Highs right now, or temperatures right now, get in the upper 70s. We will climb a little bit more into the low 80s this afternoon. Here's our hourly planner. Looking for a high around 80 to 81 degrees later this afternoon.
Oh, this is not live. Well, I want to be the live. I want to do the live one. I don't need all this. It says I'm watching live. Oh, here we go. I got it now. Another ad, though. So y'all just bear with me. Shut up. hate ads. All right, y'all. Okay, I'm about to share this. There we go. Let me zoom it in. Okay. Well, I hear something, but I guess I will see them. Yeah, I was listening to a crazy little podcast earlier that I guess AB was in. This little lady was going off. I was like, "You go, girl." I didn't say anything though. In my mind, I said it. These people are crazy. Oh my goodness. You're guilty of being judgmental as hell when yes, man. But listen, I wasn't even going to talk about drugs. I wasn't going to talk about any of it. I was going to talk about living in Tennessee, and how perhaps maybe things do look crazy to the rest of the world. As to where me, I'm just like, oh, they just run a little rough. 30. Okay, here we go. Hey, Juanita. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. I just thought I heard the lady. It seems awfully high. Like the view. They got all the sound today, though. Praise God. So we should be able to hear really well. Yes, please hit the thumbs up on your way in. So AB's live too, huh? I guess is what somebody said. Hey, Cree, welcome, baby. Okay, here we go.
Good afternoon. I'm Leslie Earhart with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. We had hoped to have good news to share with you by now, but unfortunately, we do not. The search for 5-year-old Summer Wells remains ongoing. Today, teams continue to search the area around Ben Hill Road, and officers and agents continue to follow up on any leads that come in. Many have asked how they can assist with the search. At this time, we are not asking for volunteers to assist. What we are asking is for residents to continue to share photos of Summer and information from credible sources. We know you have a lot of questions about the search area and the process. For that reason, Sheriff Lawson has arranged for Captain Tim Coop to elaborate on those efforts. He's with the Churchill Rescue Squad and is serving as the incident commander of ground search operations. Tim?
Thank you, Leslie. As Lowe's elaborated, I wish we could have better news than we do now. For notification of Miss Summer going missing, we have implemented several methods of search and rescue, with most of these that we continue to do. We've utilized ground crews of 80 to 100 people of trained professionals, aerial aviation search, both visual and FLIR, medical THB and TBI assisting us with fixed wing, multiple drones,
little over 24
units.
Juanita.
The day that she went missing, we searched from the time of notification until dark. We searched all day yesterday, resumed this morning, continue on throughout the rest of our operational period, utilizing multiple ground crews, drones, fixed wing, and also helicopter with K9s on standby. Some of the issues we're encountering with this search is the steep and dangerous terrain. With this steep and dangerous terrain, we're also experiencing, as you see behind us, very dense canopy coverage, including very dense ground cover, causing search efforts to become very difficult, taking extra time to cover these areas adequately, exhausting teams a lot quicker, in turn causing longer for these grounds to be covered, allowing those teams for recovery and rehab. We have currently covered at this time at 1 mile from the residents last seen by ground and dog. Hopefully by the end of the day, we will have recovered 2 ground miles, assisting with THP, expanding theirs to a minimum of 4 miles aerial aviation searching. As she stated, residents of this area, everybody continues to ask, well, if she wandered off, why did somebody not see her? This part of the community,
not realistic.
The residents are very spread out.
Yeah, it's not realistic.
From one hilltop to the other hilltop, or at the start of a road, and you may go a mile back before you ever get to another residence. It's making that very difficult for residents just to be able to be at home outside working or something and notice her leaving that area.
Yeah, it's not realistic, honestly.
As we continue, we will continually assist Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, TBI, and FBI with this search as long as they deem necessary. And as Leslie stated, at this time, we are not asking for any public and or volunteers to assist in the search. A lot of people wonder why.
Well,
Due to the extreme terrain and the nature of this, trying to locate her,
I agree.
trained professionals is what we need at this time to make sure that these residents don't become endangered and turn around and expand this issue with having to search for somebody else. Thank you.
As we've stated before, the circumstances surrounding Summer's disappearance remain unclear. So if we do develop information that she was taken and we develop a suspect and a vehicle description, of course, we will share that with the public immediately. At this time, that's just not the case. So we'll take a couple of questions, and I'll offer Sheriff.
You can hear him searching now.
If he wants to.
Overhead.
What time was she last seen?
What time was she last seen?
Her parents reported her missing. It was right around 6:30 p.m.
But when was she, did they say when she was last seen? I know that she was
When was she last seen before that?
earlier in the afternoon.
Is what the reporter said.
That time is varied because they were searching for their child themselves.
I have a question for Captain. Just wanted to see, are you asking for assistance from other agencies?
Beautiful.
That yesterday
85 degrees.
Agencies helping out with the quick turnover and personnel, it sounds like, that are searching. Are you all looking for other agencies in surrounding counties to help? And what is the hours that you all are searching?
Yeah, so hours of operation this time are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We have, like Leslie stated yesterday, we have utilized at this time 19 different agencies throughout the state of Tennessee. We also have multiple agencies outside of our jurisdiction in burning states, and also expanding to Middle Tennessee to having these teams on standby.
You talked about getting tips. Can you give me an idea of the magnitude of the tips that you've gotten so far? And with the amount of time that's passed, is there concern, that it's less likely?
Yes.
Of course, the longer this goes, the more concerned we get. At this stage, we've received nearly 50 leads. None have panned out so far.
50?
Yes, approximately 50 at this point.
Who does Summer live with? And is there any history with his family with law enforcement or anything that you're aware of?
Sure.
No question. No answer. He's gonna say no
Summer
comment.
lived with her parents and 3 siblings.
Are these her biological parents, mother and father?
That was not the question.
Is there any history of your
He says there any history with law enforcement?
Sorry.
Is there any history of your office going to their home or anyone in the home? Is there any criminal history with any members?
The father has a criminal history.
Can you elaborate on that?
I don't have it with me.
Is any of the family person of interest?
Everybody's a person of interest till we find Summer.
That's right.
The most important thing is find Summer.
That's
what
right.
it's all about. That's why we're doing the ground searches, the aerial searches, and finding her is first and foremost.
Are you concerned that this could be an abduction at this point after so much time has passed?
Yeah.
Everything's on the table. I mean, we're
They
doing
sent out.
everything, crossing every T, dotting every I, and turning every stone. That's why we have 2 different operations. Captain's operation is search and rescue. Law enforcement operation is look into this incident and find Summer.
They sent out a child abduction alert.
No, sir.
I've also heard there's been speculation of the siblings in the household. Just wasn't sure if you're able to
Hey.
elaborate on the siblings at all.
They have 3 others besides Summer.
Older, younger,
Older.
sisters.
Older.
She's
One
the
more question,
baby.
guys. Anybody have another question? Okay.
I had a question. We've heard about issues with communications between search teams regarding lack of cell coverage as well as the radios. Could you elaborate on that? What those issues have been and how they've impacted the search?
Well, Captain, he can relate to that. As far as law enforcement, we can't hardly communicate at all on the radios, and cell phones are out of the question. But thanks to AT&T and Verizon, he can tell you about that. They've been a big help to us. Go ahead.
Elaborate on that real quick. AT&T and Verizon both have bought cell phone service
too, AP.
boosters to our command post to help try to utilize cell phone coverage, which is still very spotty for most of the area. Radio communication between ground crews and also aerial aviation has been very difficult due to the state that our radio system's in at this time. For ground crew operations, we're having to utilize anywhere from 4 to 6 different radio channels to make sure we have the coverage where everybody's accounted for.
Real quick, when you said that the search area you covered was about a mile, did you mean a square mile or a radius around the residence?
That is going to be a radius from around the residence for the last point of her household.
Thanks everybody for being here. Just to clarify, ground search efforts end around 8 o'clock. However, if we do receive any phone calls giving us a credible lead, we do follow up on those leads throughout the night. Thanks for being here. Any updates will be posted on our Twitter feed, and we'll update you again as soon as we have something available. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so there's that, y'all. All right, so that's the press conference. They just said day 2, or well, what are we? She was reported missing 6:30 Tuesday evening, daylight. So I want to say a couple things for this sweet baby, and I want to point out some things. And yeah, I was researching, digging through stuff, looking through crap that I don't even look through, reading posts that I normally don't engage myself in. And then I started feeling like, I felt like something's not right. And I started feeling like something's not right, not only with this baby, but like in general. So I did want to say a couple things. Some of the things people are griping about or like saying, they're not relevant. And like, yeah, it's way too damn long. She should, but I mean, like from everything I've seen, they run a little wild. You know, is it plausible that she got mad at the whole family and was like, I'm out of here? And then she got lost. She went playing. She went off to pout. Just like the officer saying, well, you know, how come nobody saw her leave? And, you know, all that. That's not realistic. You like right now, I don't even live in eastern part of Tennessee. I live in middle Tennessee. But right now, you can't see my house. There's like 20 acres this way, like nothing. There's nobody. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to see anything in a lot of these places. In the same county I live in, let's hold hope. What was it? What was the baby's? I don't even remember. O'Brien. I can't remember his name. 3 minutes from where I live, he was missing for a little over 48 hours. You're talking about everybody searching for this kid. Everybody. He was found. Guess what? He wandered off into the woods behind his backyard. He wandered off. And he did a makeshift tent and everything. And he was alive. He just is a country kid. He wandered off. These cases, these stories have made me so hypervigilant. Like, because we do live. Sometimes kids just do get lost. I know we are so used to covering, you know, statistically, though, unless they have like autism or something, normal seem to be, well, I don't even want to say normal because to me, autism is just like a lot of it is normal. I mean, you know, some kids have it, you know, it's not a big deal. It's like a tick or something, you know, I mean, it's just like the way the kid is. But situations to where the kid is not like fascinated or just like Joe Clyde, he'd love to escape. He loved to get out, you know. Some kids love water. They want to go to the water. This is not like that. They are just looking for this child. I do want to say a couple things, though. A lot of people are like, oh, my God, she's barefooted. Oh, God, she's dirty. Listen, and I want to point out a couple of things. There's a difference between being poor and being neglected. I want to get that out. A lot of the things I've seen, I would totally not do with my kids. Even running barefooted, I wouldn't do with my kids. But let me tell you about my childhood. I spent my childhood running barefooted, river rat, at the river bottoms, running around, dirt. Like, I mean, some kids just run, or some families just run rougher. That doesn't mean, now I'm definitely seeing some neglect. Totally. I'm seeing some not good things. I'm seeing some drug use in broad daylight around these children, video recordings of it. I mean, some of it, get real, grow up. For starters, who videotapes himself high? What an idiot. But I do want, outside of this case, a lot of times when we're looking at certain things, it's like, it's kind of, just because you don't believe. Now, I don't do all of this stuff. I don't run around naked. My kids don't run around naked. They never have. They've never been allowed to run around barefoot. They've never been allowed to run off and go play in the woods for I don't know how many hours and then just come back at dark. None of that has been allowed with my kids. But I want to say some families run like that. They run rough. They run off the grid. They run country. And if you've lived in the South, like I've lived in Tennessee my entire life. I have moved different places in Tennessee. Always Tennessee. So it's always been country. I grew up with some people. I'm like, oh my God. You know, even as much as I was allowed to run rough, I look at other families. I'm like, whoa, they're really rough. So I would encourage people not to focus on like the wrong things. Well, I saw something earlier. It was laughable. I couldn't even comment. It was just so stupid. What was it? I can't even remember, but they're like, why is she this? Why is she that? Why don't we just find the kid? Okay. The sheriff said nobody's off the table. We are looking at everything. And I believe him when they say they are looking into this family. And let me tell you something too. They are just coming on the heels of the Evelyn Boswell, on the heels of the Joe Clyde Daniels. But Evelyn Boswell is directly in that area. Sullivan County is where this is happening in Rogersville. It's literally there. It's right by the county line for Sullivan County. They are not fooling around. I promise you. They are on this family. They are looking at this family sideways. Now, back to summer. I have seen some things. Everything I have seen in video, because apparently this mom, she loves videotaping everything. She loves TikToks. She loves attention. You know, I think that's fair to say. She loves attention. I have seen tons and tons and tons of pictures and videos where she's out taking her kids doing stuff with them. They look like they're barterers. A lot of people are commenting about how disgusting their yard is. Like the trucks and stuff like that. A lot of that is just part of being Southern. Bartering is a huge part in the South. Not trash. Listen to me. There's a difference between being poor and being neglected. Big difference. But I just want to because I know some people are like, oh God, she's barefooted. Oh my God. Listen, down here, that's not a big deal. I don't run like that. I don't run like that. Please don't misunderstand me. Bieber's not like that. But other families are. And other families really just love the shit out of their kids. We have families, right? We have a couple right now that we know we're friendly with, and they run rough. They just run rough. You know what I mean? There's no drug use. There's no neglect. They're just rough. They just don't do stuff like other people do. So I just wanted to throw those things out there. Now, with this baby Summer Wells, I will say this, man. You know, there are some things that are looking sketchy. It's so funny, and I don't want to say who sent it because she may not want me to, but somebody sent me something because I was like, I'm doing this. I'm going to set some stuff straight, maybe a little bit, and then somebody sends me a video of the mother high as a kite. Like literally, like she's like her eyes are like rolling. I don't even know if I did it right. I had such a roll going on. In broad daylight, in the same video, in the same shirt where she just videotaped her kid, you know, running around the yard. I'm talking, you know, a little drink, a little marijuana. It doesn't make you do that. That's heavy drugs make you do that. So I was literally just going to come in here and be like, stop being so judgmental. Hold on. As per usual, same thing I do with Monica Sherrod. You know, I was like, calm down, guys. She didn't commit the crime. And then, you know, and then all that shit comes out about she actually did know him and she actually did do this. But nonetheless, I mean, end result is the same. This baby is missing. And regardless if her mother gets high or not, regardless if the whole family gets high, hold on, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Does the kid need to be in a better home? Does the kid need to be cleaned and bathed and showed love and showed how to be a little girl, be a princess? Yeah, all of that. All of the above. That doesn't mean the mother did something to her. That doesn't mean the family did something to her. And that doesn't mean because she runs around barefooted that the family is awful. Now, I can tell you the mom's awful because I've seen evidence. I haven't seen evidence that she did something to her child. So, if nothing else, the baby will be found okay. And then she can get help. The whole family can get help, resources, a better way to live, hopefully, prayerfully, all that good jargon. So, but for right now, then I want to say something too. Everybody's like, so her head's shaved. Her head's shaved. She's a girl. Oh, it could have been lice. That's stupid. Who would shave somebody's head because of lice? I agree. It is stupid. But you will not believe, I know tons of people that have done it to their children. I think it's awful. I think it's lazy parenting. I think it's disgusting. But it's common in the South. If you get a lazy parent and your kid gets a bad infestation of lice, they will shave the kid's head. They will put hair dye on a 5-year-old to get rid of lice. I'm telling you, this is the South. I'm not saying it's right. I'm telling you that's the way it is. Skeet said, I'm glad I happened to look at this. She just looks like a free-spirited little girl. She runs rough. Exactly. She does. And it's encouraged. And I would fair to say that a lot of these situations with the TikToks, she's telling the girl, go out there and play in the rain. Go out there and get on your swing. Go out there and do this. And I'm going to videotape it and I'm going to put a little nice song to it on the TikToks. I mean, it very well could be like, and I was thinking, gosh, that's an awful lot of documentation of being a great family. I don't even have that many pictures of me and my family doing a bunch of stuff. My kids, and I'm private. I don't post a lot either. But, it is, does she care or is she seeking attention? Is she have a fake Facebook, fake TikTok? Listen, none of that shit matters right now. The baby is missing. The baby is missing. You know what I mean? But yeah, smoking weed's one thing. Being addicted to, dude, like there was either a drip or it was heavy pills. When you had the nod and roll, that's heavy. When you had the nod and roll in broad daylight, you are on something heavy. You are not watching your kid. And if you're doing this, I only can imagine how your kid got away from you. I mean, I want to touch something like, okay, something else too. There's some pictures. I don't agree with it. I do not agree with posting a bunch of stuff. Maybe, thank you. Maybe the child wanted her head shaved. I thought the exact same thing. Josh and Erica Barlow. This happened within 15 minutes of where my mom. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And welcome to the stream. Yaya says maybe the child wanted her head shaved. Maybe she did. Maybe she's not in school. Maybe she homeschools. We homeschool. Guess what? My little baby right now, his hair is going midway down his back. It drives me nuts because I'm practical. I'm like, I want to see your eyes. I want it to be put in up, nice and kept back and all that stuff. Him and his dad, they love it. His dad's hair is about as long as mine. Listen, some people just run different. He loves his hair long, so we let him grow it long. Now, if he comes in and says, I want to wear a dress, we're going to say, absolutely, hell no. No, you're not. That's the way we are, okay? Guess what? You don't know what this family does. You don't know what this family does. Maybe she wanted it. I want to say something else, too. Now, I don't agree with, picturing it and posting it for the world or anything else like that. But people were pissed off about this picture that surfaced with these little boys and her and a grown man in guns. Guess what? My 6-year-old has a BB gun. It ain't for everybody to understand or like. He goes out there with his dad. They bond. They spend time. He's supervised. Now, would we post pictures online? Absolutely not. Guess what else he does with his dad? He goes and fixes cars. He goes fishing. He goes to construction jobs with his daddy bear. They're big buddies. They're big buddies on the weekend. They go out and rip up the town. They do what daddy likes to do, and he's trying to show him how to be a man. He's trying to raise him. You don't have to like it or understand it, but I'm just trying to give y'all a little context about the South. This girl has been neglected. Anybody that looks at all those videos like I did and everything out there, there's no question about it. But with moving forward with a lot of these cases, you cannot just put people all in the same, something is very wrong with this family. And they're commenting up under this picture with, of them with all the those are little tiny Red Ryder BB guns them kids have. The exact same kind of Red Ryder BB gun that we have put up away where nobody can touch it away, but it's my son's. He goes out there with his dad. No, we're not posting it for the whole world to see, but does it happen? Absolutely. What do I look like, saying, oh, that, no. I mean, and some of it's about just being raised different. We're not going to have traditions like they have up north in the South. I'm not going to understand what it's like to live in a place where you don't have to mow your yard. You know what I'm saying? There's just like a lot of people don't deal with head lice. A lot of people don't. In the South, if you're white and you're in school, you're going to deal with head lice. There's no way around it. There is no way around it. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, I'm not trying to go on and I'm about to wrap it up and we can look more. We're going to revisit a little bit because, I know some people will watch it outside of this. I wouldn't even say hillbillies, Kara. I wouldn't even say hillbillies. I mean, we're just Southern. You know what I mean? Well, I know some hillbillies. I know some tobacco spitting. I know them. I'm not them, if that makes sense. But, I mean, now I know up north, like there's some places in Pennsylvania that run like that. There's some places in Virginia like that. I mean, where there's just pockets of Southern, and unfortunately in the South, it is saturated with meth. It is saturated with heavy pills. I say heavy pills in general. People are dying. They're dropping off like flies. The drug addiction in the South is like everywhere else, but I mean, it's just bad. Country kids aren't the same as city kids. They are not. They're not. Listen to me. This baby, how old was this kid up here? Like 7? He was 7 years old, okay? 7 years old. They're like, everybody's looking for this damn kid. Everybody's looking for this kid. Guess what? He went off in the woods. He's like, oh shit, I'm lost. What does he do? He finds a tattered tarp, some type of place, some cardboard. He has the makeshift tent he makes with the low-hanging branch, okay? He gets berries he knows are not poisonous. He wings it for a little over 48 hours. What other kids besides Southern kids would know how to do that type of shit unless they were taught? They're not the same. Guess what? If you take a country kid and you throw them in the damn city, they're not going to know what to do with people laying on the street. They don't or just, what is it? Let me tell y'all something hilarious. Y'all going to love this. One of my best friends ever, God rest her soul. Her and her husband wanted to take me to New York. Like she was a sponsor of mine. I'll just tell you the truth. She was a sponsor of mine. Her and her husband took me to New York. Y'all know the fucking funniest thing ever. Now, granted, I know now I could have just went to Nashville. But I didn't realize that. I always grew up in the South. I was raised in a freaking trailer park a good chunk of my younger life. Guess what? They take me to New York. Guess what I want to see? A real prostitute. I cannot make this shit up. I had never seen a real prostitute ever in my entire life. Ever. At 25 years old, I had never seen a real prostitute. Like one on the street, like a streetwalker. I had never seen that. At 25, like that's what I'm saying. I mean, so it's just, it's crazy. So I digress. You know, we're going to revisit a little bit of the summer stuff. Thank you for the story time. I don't really do story time too much. I just wanted to bring a little bit of a different perspective to y'all moving forward when looking at these cases. Now, Summer, no, them kids need to be at best evaluated. They run rough. The mom needs to go to rehab. You know what I'm saying? Obviously. But I mean, I'm just saying, y'all think I'm crazy. I'm dead serious. It was the middle of April. He's like, I don't know how many is going to be out, but I'm sure we'll see one. And sure shit. And this is awful. I got me a real picture of the streetwalker that I had never seen at 25 in New York. How insane is that? Like crazy shit. Okay, everybody talking about her hair. It's irrelevant. Her hair. Listen, guys, let me tell you something else too. It's humid and hot in Tennessee. It is sticky. You see me like I'm in a tank top. It's sticky and hot. You know what I'm saying? The point, yes, Creed, the point is the baby is missing. Judge her family in the public court opinion when we have answers. But right now, the baby's missing. You know, and just because they run rough or they're just, let's just say it, maybe they're bad parents, maybe they're shitty parents. Guess what? Them kids, them siblings that are missing their baby sister, they have to look at all this bullshit on the internet, you know? So, you know, yeah, hashtag where is summer? Absolutely. So I'm going to pull up. We're going to, yeah, I know. And a lot of girls now, it is kind of common, at least the back of the head, it is common to shave. I've seen it happen. You know, I don't do it. But and my girls have never done it. Actually, maybe my 19-year-old, I think she may have one. She does like to keep her hair kind of short, though. Okay. So, we're just going to go over. I'm just going to show a little news clip. You know, tell you a little bit about summer, where we stand now, and then I'm probably going to end it out. I just wanted to kind of maybe put some things in perspective, but no, the baby needs to be found. Something's wrong. It's not right. And, you know, definitely this mom needs at best treatment, you know, but right now we just need to find the missing baby. How about that? You know, what about that? That's a novel idea if I had to guess, you know. Although, also too,
someone's most difficult hour.
The other Amber Alert we had,
ready for whatever the day brings.
It's over. They found her.
Behind the HCA
Hold on, what is
promise.
really going on here?
You can count on us to show up.
Let's see.
We know you have a lot of questions about the search area and the process. For that reason, Sheriff Lawson has arranged for Captain Tim Coop to elaborate on those efforts. He's with the Churchill Rescue Squad.
This is the press conference they just had. We're going to rewatch it and then close out the stream. Thank you, everybody that came.
As Lowe's elaborated, I wish we could have better news than we do now.
DeWash, thank you, baby.
The notification of Miss Summer going missing, we have implemented several methods of search and rescue, with most of these that we continue to do. We've utilized ground crews of 80 to 100 people of trained professionals, aerial aviation search, both visual and FLIR, medical THB and TBI assisting us with fixed wings, multiple drones, and 4 different canine units.
Multiple drones. Somebody asked that earlier.
The day that she went missing, we searched from the time of notification until dark. We searched all day yesterday, resumed this morning, continue on throughout the rest of our operational period, utilizing multiple ground crews, drones, fixed wing, and also helicopter with K9s on standby.
Yes,
some of the issues we're encountering with the search is the steep,
like a young Dakota Fanning.
With this steep and dangerous terrain, we're also experiencing, as you see behind us, very dense.
My name is Earl.
Including very dense ground cover.
That is him.
Causing search efforts to become very difficult, taking extra time to cover these areas adequately, exhausting teams a lot quicker, in turn causing longer for these grounds to be covered, allowing those teams for recovery and rehab.
He really does look like the brother.
We have currently covered at this time at 1 mile from the residence of
1 mile
by ground.
And that means all the way around the house. 1 mile. That's significant.
Miles. assisting with THP, expanding theirs to a minimum of 4 miles aerial aviation searching.
So,
As
and
the
that's,
residents
yes,
area,
that
everybody
means
continues to
around.
ask,
That's
"Well,
a
she
lot of
wandered off. Why
terrain.
did somebody not see her?"
That's a lot of coverage.
This part of the community, the residents are very spread out. Some being from one hilltop to the other hilltop, or at the start of a road, and you may go a mile back before you ever get to another residence. It's making that very difficult for residents just to be able to be at home, outside working or something, and notice her leaving that area.
There's
As we
reports that
continue,
said that he
we
went
will continue
swimming.
to
The dad
assist
took him swimming, but I don't
Sheriff's
know.
Department, TBI, and FBI with this search, as long as they deem necessary. And as Leslie stated, at this time, we are not asking for any public and/or volunteers to assist in the search. A lot of people wonder why. Due to the extreme terrain, the nature of this, trying to locate her, trained professionals is what we need at this time to make sure that these residents don't become endangered and turn around and expand this issue with having to search for somebody else. Thank you.
As we've stated before, the circumstances
Dee.
surrounding Summer's disappearance remain unclear. So if we do develop information that she was taken and we develop a suspect and a vehicle description, of course, we will share that with the public immediately.
Yes.
At this time, that's just not the case. So we'll take a couple of questions, and I'll offer Sheriff Lawson an opportunity to
Which,
say if he wants to.
if they're used to being in the woods, I mean, that's plausible, you know, especially to people that don't call the police. Thank you, Justice.
Her parents reported her missing right around 6:30 p.m.
So she was missing longer than that.
Did they say when she was last seen? I know that she was reported missing around that time. Was she last seen earlier in the afternoon or in the day, you think?
That time is varied because they were searching for their child themselves.
Me too, AP.
Just wanted to see, are you asking for assistance from other agencies? I know yesterday you all mentioned 19 agencies helping out with the quick turnover in personnel. It sounds like that are searching.
Thank you,
Are all
Justice.
looking for other agencies in surrounding counties to help. And what is the hours that you all are searching?
Yeah, so hours of operation this time are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We have, like Leslie stated yesterday, we have utilized at this time 19 different agencies throughout the state of Tennessee. We also have multiple agencies outside of our jurisdiction in burning states, and also expanding to Middle Tennessee to having these teams on standby.
You talked about getting tips. Can you give me an idea of the magnitude of the tips that you've gotten so far? And with the amount of time that's passed, is there concern, that it's less likely to find the longer it goes?
Of course, the longer this goes, the more concerned we get. At this stage, we've received nearly 50 leads. None have panned out so far.
50?
Yes, approximately 50 at this point.
Yes, please hit the thumbs up, y'all. It's super important.
Is there any history with this family with law enforcement or anything?
Look at the sheriff. Initially, he completely abandons the question. Initially.
Summer lived with her parents and 3 siblings.
She says their history, criminal history. She's like,
Yes, ma'am.
he's like, she lived with her parents.
1 second. Sorry.
55, same.
My father has a criminal history. I don't have it with me.
He's like, I know, but I'm not saying. It's domestic violence.
Everybody's a person of interest till we find Summer. The most important thing is find Summer. That's what it's all about. That's why we're doing the ground searches, aerial searches, and finding her is first and foremost.
Tina, I would, but there's music, so I can't because of copyright, or I would show some of the TikToks. I can show the one with no sound, though.
Looking at everything.
But I'm trying to have this a nice...
Turning every stone. That's why we have 2 different operations. Captain's operations is search and rescue. Law enforcement operation is look into this incident and find Summer.
Thank you, Joan. I love you too.
No, sir.
I've also heard there's been speculation of the siblings in the household. It just wasn't sure if you're able to elaborate on the siblings at all.
They have 3 others besides Summer.
Older, younger,
Older.
sisters?
Older.
One more question, guys. Anybody have another question? Okay.
I had a question. We've heard about issues with communications between search teams regarding lack of cell coverage as well as some radios. Can you elaborate on that? What those issues have been and how they've impacted the search?
Well, Captain, he can relate to that. As far as law enforcement, we can't hardly communicate at all on
How about I do
radios
this?
and cell phones.
Why don't I drop the
questions,
link
but,
for the TikTok in
AT&T,
the
Verizon,
description
they can
and
tell you about
in
that.
the
They've been
chat?
a big help to us. Go ahead.
I really just don't want.
Covering that real quick. AT&T
I just
and
want the
Verizon
little
both
girl
bought,
found.
Cell phone service boosters to our command post to help try to utilize cell phone.
But I
coverage,
will
which
put
is
her
still very
TikTok
spotty,
in the chat.
for most of the area. Radio communication between ground crews and also aerial aviation has been very difficult due to the state that our radio system's in at this time. For ground crew operations, we're having to utilize anywhere from 4 to 6 different radio channels to make sure we have the coverage where everybody's accounted for.
Real quick, when you said that the search area you covered was about a mile, did you mean a square mile or a radius around the residence?
That is going to be a radius from around the residence for the last point of her household.
This is the one video of
Thanks,
the mom.
everybody, for being here. Just to clarify, ground search efforts end around 8 o'clock. However, if we do receive any phone calls,
Oh, never mind. Hold on.
incredible lead,
That didn't work out like I thought.
throughout the night. Thanks for being here. Any updates will be posted.
Damn,
on
I can't
our
delete
Twitter
it.
feed, and we'll
Fuck, I
update
can't
you
delete my own
again as soon
shit.
as we have
What?
something available.
Have new money goals this year? NerdWallet can help make them happen. Like get
Are you kidding me? I can't even delete comments in my own chat. What kind of crap is that? Y'all disregard that I just dropped in the chat. Hold on. I'm going to, yeah, I will show. I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me do this really fast. Where's the mute? Hold on. All right. Okay, I had to do the mute because it had music. But did everybody see? Let's see. What's going on? Can y'all hear me now? I want to make sure y'all can hear me. What is going on with the chat? There we go. You didn't get your Amber Alert on this one. Police put one out. Well, you know what's crazy? Hey, baby doll. Did everybody see the TikTok? Did it share? Did everybody see it? And that's the mom. That was the mom. I had to mute the whole entire whatever because I don't want no copyright. And it's a one of those who is that? Nickelback. It's a Nickelback song. But yeah, I mean, who videotapes or stuff like it's like he was trying to provoke a response from somebody. So I don't know if she's in and out of relationships. Like I don't know. You know, the kid needs to be found. That's what I care about. But that was the mom. Now, it's so strange last night, and I tried to get clarification, and I never did, and maybe it was an accident. But about 7:05 last night, I got 2 child abduction alerts for summer. It wasn't endangered. I got the endangered. I got the Amber Alert, but I did not get, but I got no clarification on the child abduction. So I don't know, you know, it was weird. It was upgraded. Yeah. Endangered child and then Amber Alert. And maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to include child abduction just cause I don't know. Police did put out an endangered Amber Alert. Yeah. But what I'm telling, I wish I could have screenshot. I bet I could pull it up in my text actually, and I don't guess it really even matters. But I was I thought it was strange. Yeah, she is a hot mess. I'm going to tell you, I don't know why she's got her TikTok page up. I have no clue. I mean, every one of them's got at least 4,000 views. I mean, every one of her videos. And a lot of them are just her spending time with her kids. Facebook pictures, you know, her and her kids. Now, a lot of times people overcompensate. I've read somewhere, exactly, where is summer? Exactly. Hashtag where is summer? Exactly. I read somewhere maybe the dad was being looked at, which the sheriff said, yeah, he is, because we're looking at everybody. Everybody is on the table until summer is found. Everybody. Let me see. Up there, like, it didn't look like a whole lot of water. What do you got up there? Coyotes for sure you would have up there. Foxes. I'm just trying to think of critters, you know, but if you're used to that, like she seemed like the type of kid that would walk up and pick up a snake. Now my son would run like a little girl, but no, I mean, she seemed like, you know, if she were going to be lost, you know, her chances of survival compared to a normal child or a child that's not used to it. Hey, Angie, welcome, baby. So they said the press conference. Oh, hold on, Kara. What did it say? I missed that. They said the press conference. They aren't ruling out. No, they said no. They're not ruling out anything. Abduction, family involvement, runaway, accident. Like they're not ruling out anything. And I'm so glad. And yes. What? Oh, man, I hope they reach out to Tim Miller. But I mean, I don't know what else they're going to do. Maybe the other alert on the 5-month-old missing. Maybe so. But I will say, well, the 9-month-old baby, my husband said, he's like, well, I had one from Nashville, an Amber Alert. I said, I didn't get an Amber Alert from Nashville. I got 2 alerts yesterday. One about a 9-month-old girl out of Smyrna, Tennessee, which I used to live in Smyrna. But she was taken by her non-custodial parent. Now, look at mountain lions. Really up there? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I have never seen a mountain lion. And bears, yeah, I guess. Bears. There are definitely bears up there, especially up towards Gatlinburg in that area. But what was I going to say? Oh, but yeah, a lot of times if it's a non-custodial situation where the non-custodial parent has just taken the child, within 48 hours, I have noticed, yes, they have dogs. They have dogs. They have drones. They have, what did they say, 19 agencies involved? Yeah, the 9-month-old in Smyrna, Tennessee was found safe and the mother was arrested. I hear helicopters here, but it's because I live close to Fort Campbell. So that's military type of crap where I live from, but I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I can hear it. But yes, praise God that that the 9-month-old was found. But I figured she would. Even my husband, he said something. I'm like, I'm not too concerned about it. Let me go past that 48 hours with the non-custodial, then worry. But until then, a lot of times they'll be like, oh crap, we got national attention. Here's the kid. I don't even, I got in my feelings. I ran with the baby here, you know. But oh, I live close to Fort Campbell in Clarksville. It's a military base. Well, I say close, about 30, 40 minutes, but they fly over all the time. Joanne, it's fine. We watched the press conference for the baby. I was given a little story time, a little info about what it's like growing up in Tennessee and that, you know, please be more alarmed about this stoned mother or the missing child before you are concerned about barefoot and bald heads, because sometimes families just run rough. I mean, but yeah, the baby needs to be found. I don't know what this whole family's been around. I don't know. I mean, I can only speculate. It looked like they're into some bartering the way the yard looks, which bartering, those that don't know, it's like, hey, I got a S10 for a 0 turn, you know, and then you swap. Or how about I give you the S10 for the 0 turn and $500? That's bartering. It's ridiculously common in Tennessee. I was talking to somebody yesterday. I was like, they're into bartering. It looks like they might have come into some money. And that's what it looks like. It looks like they came into a chunk of money. Is what it looked like to me. And they definitely didn't know how to handle it. So, and a lot of times if you grow up poor and you come into money, you don't know how to handle it. And you just, you know, like you just overspend and you're, you know, and things don't jive up. People are like, oh, she could have a clean car, but she can't clean her kids. Well, if she doesn't know how and she's just what is it? Codependency. It's a book. What is it? Codependent No More. Some of y'all that are in the self-help, y'all know what it is. Income taxes. Exactly. She could totally, guess what? She's got 4 kids. That's a chunk of damn money in Tennessee. That's a chunk of income tax money. Absolutely. So the fact that she got a new car and stuff like that, I mean, that's what she's going to do. Anyways, what I was saying is like, codependency no more anyways, but it talks about people that don't have certain things. They look at things as an adult that they didn't have as a child, and then they act as if. So for them to be overspending, they're acting as if they know how to have money. They know how to be responsible. They are pretending until it happens. It's very common. It's extremely common. Let me tell you something. I grew up dirt poor. So having a little bit of money as an adult or whatever, I've had to learn how to balance because I grew up with nothing. I don't want to say nothing, you know what I mean? But we didn't have money. I have tons more money now than I ever thought about growing up with. That's the point. So, but yeah, I mean, it's very common, you are from Rogersville, welcome. And anybody that I haven't said hello to, welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, I work, I have to pay taxes, but I still get taxes back because I have kids. Even though I pay taxes on my business, not YouTube, I do a bunch of different stuff outside of YouTube. I can't stay home doing nothing and make money. So not that I have to make money. I'm very well taken care of, but I'm a grown up and I like having my own shit. I heard the mother arguing with people on TikTok instead of looking for her child. Well, and I was going to say too, everybody's like, nobody knows how long. And the child might have been really missing a long time. I don't, you can say maybe they waited to call because they did something wrong, or maybe they waited to call because they hate law enforcement. And when you're, that in the South is no different than anywhere else. If you grew up in an environment to where you're around maybe illegal things or, things that are not of the social norm, not snitching, not calling the police, very common, ingrained. I'm telling you, man, it was ingrained in me. You don't call the police. What happens in this house stays in this house. And that could be a reason why they didn't call the cops. Father has a history with law enforcement. There's another reason. The father is in jail right now, or he was in jail. Let me see. She lives in Beech Creek. See, people have to see. Carrie, thank you. And that's exactly what I was talking about earlier in the stream. I grew up in Tennessee my entire life, and sometimes families just run different. They do. Now, definitely this kid needs some overhaul. Definitely. There's this one picture of her where her eyes are sunk in. She's scrawny. She looks like she hasn't ate anything. Let me say this too. My baby sister, she was the tiniest string bean ever, and she ate her butt off. She was just scrawny as crap. Some kids are just tiny, but this one particular picture I'm talking about, she had rings under her eyes, and it was sad. It's inexcusable. It's lazy. But let me tell you something. These parents can't give something they don't have. If it wasn't given to them, they're not going to. I had to learn all this shit. A lot of this stuff was explained to me. Being an adult, balancing your finances. Some people never evolve. I have childhood friends back home I won't even speak to because they refuse to evolve. They refuse to want better. They refuse to do better. And that's just it. It's just the truth. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody. Come. I'm probably fixing to wind it down here in a minute. I don't want to carry on and on. This is not clickbait. I want the baby found. I don't have any new information. I'm gonna show some pictures this summer for people in the area, for people that's not in the area, because guess what? This could be a potential abduction. Who the hell knows? I pray the baby's just somewhere lost and she's safe and she's winging it because she's Southern and she's tough. I wouldn't want to pick a fight with that kid. I'm sure she could handle herself in small situations if she had to. As far as being out in the wild, she will definitely have a better advantage than some kids, and that's just the truth. So, well, hold on one second. Let me pull up the picture and then I will show y'all. Okay. That's basically all I'm saying, is that she will have a better advantage on being lost in the woods than a lot of other kids. And that's just the truth. So, all right, let's see. All right. Now let me share this and then, yeah, he's domestic violence. I don't know if he's still in jail. Maybe y'all are talking about it in the chat. But I know he had a history. At least that's what the sheriff said, and he didn't have it in front of him. But the affidavit I saw was domestic violence and drug charges. He kind of like went off the rails a bit. The family was scared of him. But I don't know how old it was. You know, I mean, it could have been 5 years ago. Who the hell knows? I mean, I just don't know. Me too, Carrie, and I hope she's just somewhere winging it. You know what I mean? And here's this sweet baby. And yes, he did. He had a gun charge too. Oh, okay. Thank you for everybody that showed. Don't show the ones that have music. Can you show the ones that don't have? They all just about have music. There's only a couple that don't have music. But, oh, that's what I wanted to do. I did want to, let me at least try to pull up the link for the actual TikTok. That way y'all can just go there yourselves. Because I don't, you know. Say this kid is just lost in the woods. You know what I'm saying? She comes up and she's safe. And this family definitely doesn't need to go back to normal per se. But, and they need to get help and stuff. But say this baby is found and she's tried to live a regular, normal life. And now she's got to look at the internet as she gets older and her family and all this stuff. And I'm just going to be real honest. Some of these pictures of this baby are absolutely heartbreaking. And I wouldn't want anybody to see them. And that's just the damn truth. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I even sent pictures to another creator last night and then I felt bad. I'm glad he didn't show my portion of them because, you know, some shit's just not, you know, right. Now, let me see. I'm trying to see how to actually share. I don't know nothing about these TikTokies. I don't even know. I'm new to this. Let me see. Yeah, this one. I can't believe she posted herself like that. Like, how stupid. Let me see. I don't know. See, if I copy just the link address, I think it's going to be long and ridiculous. Let me see. I don't know nothing about this TikToks, guys. Here, I'm going to do this. Oh, there it goes. It did exactly what I needed to do, I think, hopefully. All right, I'm going to pop this in here. Y'all tell me if it works. Let me see. That should be. Okay, y'all go and see if this one works. And then I don't know after that. Let's see. Her TikToks are creepy. I could not agree more. Y'all go click on the link and see. Her hair was shaved because of a lice outbreak at school. Angie, that's what I was saying. I was like, in the South, I don't do it. My parents didn't do it. I will tell you what has happened to me on account of lice as a child. My grandmother was a beautician and she would I don't think she liked me very much. I really don't think she liked me. God rest her soul, but she was a little bit mean to me. Like, almost she was a bitch to me. But anyways, I digress. She took my hair and she thinned it because I used to have really thick hair. She thinned it. So short, I look like a little boy. So that's why you'll never see me cutting hair real short, shaving hair, because I had to go to school looking like a little boy because I had head lice. So that's what I said earlier. She probably had head lice, but no, my head's never been shaved. No craziness like that. But yeah, thinning it, cutting it so short to where I look like a little boy. That happened to me and it was very traumatizing. It works. Okay, good. So there's the link. If y'all want to go check out the TikToks yourself, I don't feel comfortable showing them on here. At least, I don't know. I just don't, I just don't. And that's just, Yeah, you have a fat face, short hair is gross. Me too, Char. I don't know. Which that's the only time I've ever had short hair. That's probably why I'm adamant about no short hair. But all right, guys. Thank you everybody who stopped by. And there's the little link. And I apologize. I know some of y'all are wanting to see it, but I just don't feel comfortable showing them all with or without the sound. I just don't feel. It was confirmed. Okay, thank you, Angie. Angie says it was confirmed by her school that there was an outbreak of lice. Which, hey, Gidget, hey, baby. Which, that's what I said earlier. Yes, the assholes. Thank you so much, love you. Yes. No problem. No problem. Good day. All right. I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow for our normal live stream. And those of y'all that, please like, share, and subscribe. It's super important. If you really want to support the channel, become a member. We do stuff on there from time to time. I put stuff up in there. And I love y'all. If anything else breaks, I'll let y'all know. If you have to hit the dislike button, hit it twice. It's so super important that you hit it twice because it doesn't work otherwise. Okay, I love y'all, and I would definitely see y'all tomorrow. Thank you, everybody that came.